We're back for another Tile Accurate series. I took a little break in December and made some larger scale builds, but it's time to get back to the Tile Accurate models for a little while. I considered doing another smaller town, but while I was on my way to do a Blue Dragon Slayer task, I ran through Falador on my way to Edgeville Dungeon, and thought to myself a model of Falador would be an awesome city to build. With its impressive White Knight castle, and its depth of lore both in-game and in the community, so while the city is roughly 3 times bigger than Lumbridge, I decided to make it happen. I will be building this model to the same scales I have in the 2 previous series, 1 to 192. This means that each tile in-game is represented by a 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch tile on the model. So let's jump right into it. I bought a full sheet of 1 inch thick XPF foam from Lowe's, and since it was way too big for my hot wire foam cutter, I busted out the skill saw and ripped it to size, 23 inches long and 34 inches wide. With the base cut to size, it was time to draw the grid. This consisted of 224 lines and will encompass 12,512 tiles. With the grid all laid out, I started transferring the location of the wall and each building from some drawings I made off camera. My dog Lily decided to come check it out, but she didn't seem too impressed. With the layout all drawn, I made a raised section for the castle off camera, because like many of the castles in old school RuneScape, the Falador castle also sits on a bit of a hill above the rest of the city. I took an X-Acto knife and carved a bit of a transition before burning the moat in. Since I used 2 layers of foam, the torch kind of undercut the top layer of foam, so I grabbed some 2-part epoxy putty, typically called green stuff, and used it to smooth out the transition. With the moat and garden ponds burned into place, it was time to add a bit of texture. So I took some matte Mod Podge, brown acrylic paint, sand, and some water and made a textured paint. The goal of this coat is to add texture and a sealant to the foam, not coverage. Once the texture coat had finished drying, I took some gray acrylic paint and painted all of the pathways I had drawn earlier. Once those had dried, I took some brown paint and applied a couple of coats to cover all of the unnecessary grid. If you can imagine, this took a long time because I had to be careful not to cover up any details that I would need later on in the build. With the ground and pathways painted, it was time to bust out the static grass applicator. You fill this applicator up with these fine green fibers known as static grass, and this tool actually positively charges the grass fibers as they come out of the applicator. You then ground the piece, and this causes the grass to be attracted to the piece and stand on end rather than lay flat, similar to if you rubbed your head with a balloon. I watered down some tacky glue so that it would spread better, and used a vacuum with a sock over the end to clean up and reclaim the excess grass. there you have it, the start to an epic build. This episode was a little lacking on lore, but I plan on covering detailed lore and facts as I build each section of the city, similar to how I did it in the last couple series. Speaking of which, if you're new to the channel and would like to see more tile-accurate models, I have a tile-accurate Lumbridge series and a tile-accurate Alcarid series on my channel, so be sure to check those out. Anyways, if you enjoyed the episode and want to watch the city grow, all while learning the interesting lore and facts of Falador, then be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.